Okay, so what we are discussing, so there is a workshop on so people are confused between selecting LangGraph, CrewAI, and AutoGen. So this workshop is all about that. And I may be needing 3 volunteers. So probably I'll select from myself. So Sunny, Raj, Meghna. So we will carry out this workshop, and then later on we will discuss about CrewAI, the theoretical concepts, and then we will start implementing the CrewAI use cases. Yeah. Okay. So I think okay. So before that, so anyone can mute. Probably Sunny, you can go first. So I'll write Sunny, Meghna. Oh, sorry, Sunny, you can go unmute, and then Raj.
Yeah.
So Sunny, let me ask you a question. So one quality. So you have to tell me one quality that you look in a friend. So what is the best quality, that best one quality that you consider a friend should have? I'm asking just one quality.
A friend should have
So the best quality that you find in a friend.
honest,
Honesty.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Sunny. Meghna, how about you? So what is the best quality that you like in a friend? So what is that one topmost quality?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Okay. Raj, how about you? So what is that one best quality that you find should be there in friend, the topmost quality?
Since Sunny and Megan already covered honesty and loyalty,
So probably anything, yeah, something
uh,
different.
the helping nature,
Sorry, what nature? Okay, joyful.
helping,
Acha,
yeah,
helping nature. Okay, helping. Okay, cool. So these are some of the quality, and let's create few random people that Sarthak is having honesty. Deepak is having loyalty, and who else? Supriya is helping in nature. Okay, so these are the 3 friends, right? Now, okay. Now, if honesty is the priority, so Sunny will select Sarthak as a friend, right? Meghna will select Deepak as a friend, and Raj will select Supriya as a friend. Okay. Now, what all these 3 columns represent? So this, let's consider that the first column represents organization or project. Okay. Second column represents what is king. And the third column represents multi-agent framework. Okay. So what we mean is that, so for Sunny, the honesty is the king in a friendship when he's looking for a friendship, right? So honesty is the king. So he's selecting Sarthak as a friend. For Meghna, loyalty is the king. So she's selecting Deepak as a friend. For Raj, helping nature is the king that should be there. I mean, that the king quality. So he's selecting Supriya as a friend. Now, let's say that let's forget about this part, king part. Can anyone tell me, Sunny, if you have to make any of these friends out of these 3 people, Sarthak, Deepika, Supriya, will you mind making any of these as your friend? Because all 3 are friend material, right? Honesty, loyalty, helping nature is there,
I
right?
don't mind. Yeah.
You will be fine to make any one of these people as
Yes.
a friend because these
Yes.
are friendly material.
Yeah.
But when you are making your king as a honesty, when you are thinking honesty should be there, then you are making Sarthak as a friend. Similarly, Meghna, you can also make all of these people as your friend because these are friend materials. But when you are making loyalty as your king or precedence when you are giving, then you are making Deepak as a friend. Similarly, Raj can also make any of these friends because these are some of the friends having good quality. But when Raj is, prioritizing helping nature as the quality which Supriya has, so he will select Supriya. Now, Sunny Meghna represents, organization or project, and this basically represents their priority, the project priority, what they want to select, how they want to select, and then this represent multi-agent framework. Now, let's come back to the usual terms. So let's say again, so let's represent this as a project. What is king or priority of the project? Priority. And then again, this is multi-agent framework. Now let's say we have three projects: project 1, project 2, and project 3. Now, when the priority or king is workflow, then LangGraph is your answer when I'm talking about multi-agent framework. When priority or the king is roles, then CrewAI is the answer. But when the king or the priority is conversation, then AutoGen is the answer. But tell me one thing: if you you are not caring about the priority, or if you are not concerned about the priority, and if you have to select any of these multi-agent framework, all of these multi-agent framework can be used to implement any use case, any multi-agent agentic AI use case. Any of these framework can implement it. So when you confuse between whether we have to go with LangGraph, whether we have to go with CrewAI, whether we have to go with AutoGen, see, if there is no priority in your mind on how you should basically solve your agentic AI problem, then you can select any of these multi-agent framework randomly. But if you prioritize that, okay, whatever agentic AI problem that I'm trying to solve, it should be like go in a particular workflow, then you should select LangGraph. If you think that, okay, I should assign some roles to different kind of tasks, if you are prioritizing that thing, then you should go with CrewAI. And then if you think, okay, the problem is complex, let the agent discuss or brainstorm the problem among themselves, and then let them find the solution. So in that case, you will prioritize AutoGen. So this is the answer. So whenever someone asks which particular framework you should choose, you can choose any framework for any use case. It's just that whatever priority you want to give, or if any use case is related to workflow use case, then you should go with LangGraph. And if it is related to roles, you should go with CrewAI. If it is related to chat or conversation based solution that you want to make, then you should go with AutoGen. So this is the whole idea of this particular workshop, to make you understand that no tool is bad. Any tool you can select with this analogy, right? These friend analogy. But when
Uh,
you are giving priority to a particular thing, then you should go with a particular framework. Yeah, someone is asking something.
yeah, so when I say workflow is uh so we can say like workflow is,
So workflow means like a flow chart, step by step.
yeah,
You
that
are
is it. So can I say, so workflow is doing like the workflow is based to have the workflow, we can have to, we can choose this line graph,
yes,
it is based in
yes.
the,
Okay, I'll give you one more analogy. Okay, let's take one more analogy. ठीक है? इसमें let's take movie production analogy. Movie production analogy. Okay, so you want to produce a movie, you want to make a movie. As a producer, I told you, or I have decided that my movie should produce where script should be the king, or script should be the priority. Script should be the priority. Okay. Now, when script should be the priority, what steps should I be taking? So every scene is predefined, right? So every scene is predefined. And sequencing matters here, right? Because you have to go step by step in a flow, right? So sequence matter, timing matters, right? What else matter here? Retake and checkpoint. Okay, okay. So these are few of the important part. So when you are making your this script as a king, then you should be producing movie in this way, right? It's a kind of a workflow, right? You will be writing scene, so you will go from scene 1 to scene 2 to scene 3, and then sequences matter. After scene 3 you should shoot scene 4 so that it connects, even the actors are able to connect emotionally, because if you shoot random scenes, it may not connect. Here script is given the priority, so this is how the movie production should happen. So this is like LangGraph, where what happens, there is a controlled flow, there is a straight tracking, and then there is a directed execution step by step in an organized manner, and there are predictable outcomes. Now let's say that I want to make a movie where team role is the priority, or team role is the priority or the king. So how will I produce movie? So what will happen here? First of all, I will decide the role. So director will be there. What it will do? It will direct. Then actors will be there. What they will do? They will act. Then singer will be there. What they will do? They will sing. Then who else? Who else? Who else? Writer. Writer. Okay, writer. I forgot. So writer will be there who will write the scenes or write the whole movie plot. And then editor will be there who will edit the final cut. Right. So this is how I will produce my movie. I'll create my movie when I am keeping team role as priority. Okay. So this is similar to what we see in CrewAI. So CrewAI, we basically build role-based agent, and each agent has some role. Like you can see in this particular example, right? Each team person has some role. Director directs, actor acts, singer sing. Similarly, in CrewAI, each agent will have some role. There will be collaboration. So these director, actor, they will collaborate with each other, right? So similarly, in CrewAI also, agents will do collaboration, and there will be some hierarchy also, team hierarchy, right? Actors will listen to director what he says, something like that. Now let's take third example where, let's say, discussion is the king, or discussion is the priority. So AutoGen is similar to this particular case. So what will happen here? Writers, editors, directors will sit in a room, right? They will sit in a room. So what will happen? One person will give idea. They will brainstorm on that idea. One will criticize that idea. Then there will be another idea. Then they will, lock that particular idea. Then someone will give some improvement idea, right? And conversation basically evolve naturally here. Naturally here in this case. So this is how the movie production will go, and this is how you will produce the movie when discussion is the priority. And AutoGen is the example where discussion is the priority, because there is a conversational coordination. AI agent talks to each other or chats with each other. Dynamic reasoning is there, emergent behavior is there, and this is all about chat-driven collaboration that happens in AutoGen. So this is how you can think. But let's say if my producer who is funding the movie is telling, no, you should go where the script should be, where script should be the priority. So I will use LangGraph in that case. The producer says, no, go where team role is the priority. Then I'll go with CrewAI. And if let's say the producer says that, okay, no, go with the approach where discussion is the priority, then you should go with the AutoGen. But if producer will say, okay, go with any approach, go with any approach, man, I'm fine. So you can select any of these approaches and you will be able to produce the movie out of these approaches. So that's the whole idea behind LangGraph versus CrewAI versus AutoGen. Now, I hope this analogy is clear to you guys, right? I'll take no as I'll take silence as a yes. Okay, so let's go to the CrewAI. So we will discuss about CrewAI, what is CrewAI, and then we will do what? We will start doing live coding for CrewAI use case. We'll take a use case and we'll do the live coding. So let's create one mind map, CrewAI. Okay, so what is CrewAI? So it is Python-based framework. What does it do? That creates multi-agent systems. Okay, so it is a Python-based framework which creates multi-agent systems, and these systems are role-based. Okay, instead of 1 second. Okay, so this is role-based systems. Now, here what is happening? So each agent, it has some role and it has a particular goal. It has a particular backstory. And then some set of tools it might be using. So this is how each agent will behave here in this. Now, when we talk about best to use, so when it is best to use, when role is your king, right? Now, use cases, let's say when we talk about some of the use cases. Okay, before that, let me write down these important points, right? So role is the king that we have already seen, correct? Agents have fixed roles. Okay. And you need a system that works like a company, right? Because company have people, have the team which works on a specific goal, or each person have a specific role, and you care about what? Clarity of responsibility and simplicity. Okay, so this is how you can basically use. So some of the example use cases are customer onboarding system, campaign management flows, then market research pipelines, product development coordination. All these are the examples where you can use CrewAI. Now let's talk about core components of CrewAI. Core components. So first is agents. So you basically create agents who have role, goal, backstory. Second is tasks. You create tasks. So the tasks that you create have description, expected outcome, agents. Then you create crew. Crew means it's a collection of a team. It's a team basically which consists of agents and tasks. Then you have tools, and then next thing is memory. You have memory also. Then coordination strategy. You have coordination strategy, means whether you want your work to go at the flow to go serially, step by step, or parallelly, or using some hierarchy. Hierarchy. Okay. And then last thing is the permissions. So there are some permissions which you can give, tool related permissions. So tool permissions are there. Then we have delegation permissions for agent. And then task level permission. So these are some of the permissions which you can implement. Now, okay, now let's do one thing. Let's take the use case of CrewAI and then we will slowly build the solution using Python code. Okay, so this is an agentic AI requirement that came to me. Or you just consider that it is an agentic AI requirement coming to you. As a agentic AI developer and as a agentic AI product manager, whatever you want to think yourself, you have to decode this. You have to drill down this requirement and you have to create a framework using CrewAI. That is your goal. Okay. So you are an e-commerce company and receives different type of customer queries. Some queries are product related queries. Something like tell me about iPhone 15. What is the stock of Samsung S23? Some are general knowledge queries. What is AI? Explain cloud computing, right? Now the business wants you to wants automatic query classification, automatic routing, specialized handling, and formatted final responses without human intervention. So this is clearly an agentic AI use case, right? So I want again someone to volunteer for this activity. It is a fun activity, and how you create the solution step by step and then mold it using the code is something which is interesting. So anyone wants to volunteer here? Oh God, I think you guys are sleeping in my lecture, I believe.
I don't mind, but if any
Sunny, yeah, so Sunny, I have to give you some special award. You always volunteer. Okay, thanks, Sunny, for volunteering. Okay, so you understand the problem now, right?
yeah.
So first step is to now as a product manager or as a developer, first step is to identify the problem statement. This is first step, right? Statement. And second step, divide that into smaller unit tasks, correct? Now tell me what should be the unit task here. If I want to implement this solution, what should be the task that I have to think first, basically. So as part of this task, first step is user query. User query will be coming, right? What
Yeah.
will be my next step or next task basically?
So we need to identify what kind of query
Is there, yeah, right? So classify the query into either it's a product query or
Yeah.
journal query. These two categories only in this case, right? Okay. Okay. Classify query ho gayi. And then what is next? If it is a product query, what we have to do?
Then we have
If
to
it is
call.
product query, so what we have to do?
Then we have to call some of the backend API to fetch.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we have to search in database, correct?
Yeah.
So, okay. Next step, if it is journal query, then यहाँ पे what I have to do?
We have to inform the customer like
No, so
in a
journal query ko how you will get response for that journal query? What you
I
will
mean, need to identify if the query is unrelated to the domains.
No, it is related. I mean, journal query also you have to answer.
Oh, okay, like that. General query. So maybe we can.
You can directly use LLM search, right?
Yeah, LLMs. Yeah.
So LLM search, journal LLM search, like ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is how you have divided the problem, correct?
Yes.
Now, okay. Now, next step is to Now you are building agentic AI system, right? What kind of system? Agentic AI. So you have to identify what? Identify AI agents that you want to build, correct? So tell me what kind of agentic AI agent you will build. So you will build AI agent to cater all these smaller tasks or unit tasks that you have identified.
Yes.
So which will be the agents here?
OpenAI.
No, go with the first step. So यहाँ पे user query आया. Okay, now some agent should be there to classify the query into product and
Yes.
or general, right? So
Yes.
classifier agent, first agent, which will classify.
Correct.
What will be the next agent?
Search.
So if it is a product query, so search in database, right?
Yeah.
So DB agent.
DB agent. Yes.
If it is a journal query, search LLM search. Do normal search, right? So normal search agent. Let's call it as research agent. Correct?
Yes.
And then after all the search inputs will be given from all these agents, there will be one agent which will collate everything and provide the response back to the user, right? So writer agent, which will finally collect everything and provide the response to the response back to the user. So these are the agents that I have identified, correct?
Yeah.
Now, CrewAI specific things we will write here. CrewAI specific tasks, not task, otherwise you'll confuse it with CrewAI tasks. CrewAI specific steps basically. So in CrewAI, what you have to do? First step. So you have identified the agents. So create agents in Python using CrewAI. Then you have to create tasks in Python. Okay, let me write that in Python. And then you have to create crew in Python. Then as a next step, once you do, so there is something known as kickoff crew. You have to kick off the crew so that the execution happens. Okay. So this is kickoff the crew.
What is the difference between crew and agent?
Yeah, that I'll tell you. So once we'll start doing coding now. So crew is something which is a team basically. So you tell na. So I have a crew. So
Oh yeah.
movie crew
Mm-hmm.
or the ship pe crew hota hai na crew. So some group all together. When you create one group, you can name it as a crew.
Set of agents.
Yes, group of agents. So this is how, and then okay, so this is how we have decided and designing the solution. Now tell me one thing. One second, I'm getting. Okay. Now tell me one thing. So we have discussed about AI agents and agentic AI, right? So AI agents we have okay. Let me open that so that you will be able to. Second. Agentic AI ये था ना? Okay, so we have discussed about this, right? AI agent, mobgit is there, right? We have discussed, remember, initially AI agent.
Yeah.
So, but we are creating a system here, agentic AI system. So agentic AI system में क्या था? Clear loop, right? Remember, we have discussed this clear loop. So C stands for capture, learn, evaluate, act, refine, and loop. Now, so based on this concept, sorry. Okay, so based on this concept, now can you identify? Okay, so the clear loop is something we have to identify. Clear. and loop means you have to reiterate. Okay, so what all steps that we have identified falls under CLEAR. So clear means capture, agentic AI system, right? Learn, evaluate, ये क्या था? Action, right? So action or act, and then CLEAR. R means refine. Refine I will come later. And loop means again you can means it can basically go in a loop. So refine and loop we can discuss later, but let's mark these. Capture, first of all, which step we when we are designing an agentic AI system, we are making our agentic AI system to capture the problem statement, or where we are capturing the problem statement. When we are identifying the problem, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So and where after identifying the problem, we are dividing it into smaller tasks. So this is something which will fall under capture state. C, capture. This is also capture. Now next is learn. Learn means basically gather information and resources. Learn by gathering the information and resources. So this is something I have understood in my capture phase, and I have basically learn that I need these kind of agent. So this part will come under learn. In fact, capture and learn. So we can keep this also in learn, right? Because this is where we have learned that we have to divide this task into smaller sub step, and then we will be needing these sub agents also. So these two parts will come under learn. Evaluate. Evaluate means basically decide how the task is executed. Correct? So which is the evaluate phase here? So we have decided that we will be using CrewAI, creating the agent, creating task. This is how we have decided how the task will be executed. So this is our evaluate phase, right? And refine phase I will talk later when I will do the coding. And act phase is start the execution, right? So this will be the act phase where we will be kicking off the crew within my CrewAI code. So you can relate now, right? When I told that agentic AI system works in a clear loop, so this is how we basically go ahead and think like a agentic AI system. So if you will build your agentic AI infrastructure or system in this manner, you will be able to connect the dots. Okay. So clear loop, R and loop part we will discuss later. So let's go to the what? One second, I think I missed one more thing. So AI didn't want to create, and then task also, AI agent / tasks tool required, everything. Okay, so I'll directly write it in the code now. But you got the idea what I'm trying to say. So okay, so let me Jan cohort Python. Okay. Okay, so let me create one file. Let me name it as CrewAI demo with tools using OpenAI. Or let's do one thing, demo CrewAI with tools and OpenAI, and let's call it as demo1.py file. Okay. Now let's understand what we have to do. So first step is basically to know the pip install commands, right? So you have to basically use pip install CrewAI. This is the one command that you will be using. Okay. And okay, so let's do CMD here. Let me, okay, the environment is created. Let me switch to my virtual environment, VENV. Scripts activate.bat. So my virtual environment is activated. Now let's use pip install CrewAI. So it will install CrewAI related libraries. It'll take some time. Okay, some error. I don't know why. Okay, let's wait for a couple of more minutes. If it will not work, I will delete my virtual environment and install it again. Okay, I think it has installed it. Now, second part is the imports that we will add it as and when required. Then next step is what? If you are using OpenAI, then setting up API key, right? So let me set API key. So API key is equal to, I will get it from Open API key environment variable, and I will be required to import OS module. Okay. Okay, so this is how I will set up my OpenAI key. And okay, after finishing this code, we will convert this code to Ollama compatible also, so that you can run that code in your local using Ollama. Yeah. Third step is doing LLM configuration. How you will do LLM configuration? So you will do LLM equal to LLM, and this LLM should be imported from CrewAI libraries. So for that, what you will do, from CrewAI dot, it is here in LLM, so dot LLM import LLM. Okay. So I will do LLM equal to LLM, and then I'll be providing the model name. Model name is, let's say, GPT-4o mini, temperature 0. API key, OpenAI API key. Okay, instead of that, give API key. API key equal to API key. So this is how I have defined my LLM configuration. Now what happens? Sometimes what happens, you don't have to provide LLM configurations explicitly and directly in Crew. Okay, I will come to that later. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, next part is let's discuss about CrewAI specific flows. Okay, now as part of CrewAI specific flow, first part is creating tools. Okay, let's go back to our problem statement and let's think about this. So this is how we have divided the solution. So what tool do you think you need here? What tool do you need to create here in this case? So you have to search in database, right? So you need database tool. So, and journal LLM search, you can implement it without any tool also. So we need to create one tool. So that tool is DB search tool for products, right? So for that, create mockDB response, yes, and mockDB response. Okay. My Copilot is working like butter. So it has created a mock-DB response. So this mock-DB response is in the form of a dictionary. It has the name of the product and description, price, stock also, let's add. Stock, okay. Stock value, not 4 or 5, 3. And okay, it is suggesting. Yeah, maybe it should suggest stock 2. Okay, so I have added this, right? Okay. So as part of creating tools, I've created the mock DB response. Next part is I'll create the actual tool now. Create DB tool. So what I will do, I will be using @tool decorator, and I will name it as product DB search tool, and I will import tool here. So okay, no, this is not the right tool. So for that you have to import from CrewAI dot tools import tool. So this is the right one that you have to import. Okay. Now you will be giving some name, right? Product search DB. I mean the name to the function which you want to create. And okay, the same implementation we have what we have done in LangChain. So that same implementation we are doing. So the comment that you are providing as in the first line of your function, this will serve as a guiding prompt to the LLM. So use this tool to search for a product in the product database and return its detail. Input provided by the user will be the product name. Give the output in number list format, name, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, the same thing that we have implemented before. So we have created a tool. So A part, this part we have implemented, creating tools. Okay. Next part is, so we have created tools. So in CrewAI, next part is creating agents. Creating agents. So what type of agents you want to create? We have decided that we will be creating these agents, right? Classifier agent, DB agent, research agent, writer agent. 4 agents we will create. So let's create one by one. So the first agent was classifier agent. Okay. So classifier agent, how we will create? Classifier agent equal to create agent, not create agent. Basically, you will use agent like this. And okay, you have to import agent from CrewAI import agent. Okay. Task B, let's improve now. Import now itself, task and CrewAI. Okay. So classifier agent you are creating. So name that you will be giving classifier agent. Okay, RGB. RGB means, okay, first we will give name. Name. Okay. Name and goal we will give. What will be the goal of the agent? And classify user query into product and journal. Classify the user query into product or general. So its main aim is to identify the category and then return either a product or journal. One word, basically. And B means backstory. Backstory. So backstory you will just motivate this agent, right? So you are a helpful assistant that classify user query into product or journal category based on the content of the query. So that backstory you are giving. Just to to make him understand his power, something like backstory, right? Think as if he has forgotten everything and you have to give a backstory to him, what you were, what is your capability. That goes in backstory. So it is not name, it is basically role. So RGB. So these are three things which are mandatory. So without that, if you try to create your agent, it will create error. So RGB is a mandatory thing. And then these LLM tools, everything is optional. Now, what I was talking, this LLM you can remove from here from all the agent, and you can remove LLM from here also. So what happens in that case is that the CrewAI will basically go to the fallback LLM. So you might have created the OpenAI API key in your environment variable. So by default, it will take it, or in the in your the company configuration system, it will go there, and uh, uh, basically if provider settings, it will go. If it will find, it will use that. But if it will not find, then it will basically throw runtime error. So sometimes you in the code you will see on internet or on some of the materials, you will see that LLM itself is not provided at all, neither here neither here, and then you will wonder where is the role of the LLM. So CrewAI will take the default LLM which is there in your environment variable setup, but always make a practice to define LLM explicitly. Okay, so this is how you have defined your classifier agent. Next is DB agent, right? DB agent is na, this is DB agent, correct? So you will create DB agent equal to agent, and you will give role as DB agent, and goal answer user query related to product user. Okay, this is correct. Backstory you will give, you are a helpful assistant, answer user query related to product using the product database tool. Okay, what else it is mentioning? If the user query is not related to product, okay, this is correct. So keep it in triple quotes so that multi-line string you can provide here. Okay, and what else? Backstory and okay, tools. यहाँ पे you don't have to use any tool, you just have to use till here. यहाँ पे you will be using LLM also, same thing, and here you will be using the tools because this agent will be requiring the DB tool, right? This particular tool to fetch the information. So this whatever is the function name you have provided here, you will give under the tool list here like this. Okay. What else? That's it. Okay. Third agent, research agent, right? Research agent. Let's make a research agent. Research agent. Okay. And I will create research. Okay. Role is research agent. Goal like this. Backstory you are helping. Whatever it has given is correct. And then LLM equal to LLM. So you have created the research agent. Now next agent is writer agent. So let's create the last agent. Writer writer agent. Okay, like this we have created, right? Writer agent, response to user based on research agent, and keep it under 50 words so that I don't exhaust my tokens here once I'll run it. Okay. Okay. Okay, backstory में you are an assistant. 1 second. You are an assistant. Okay, इसको ना writer agent को we will just You are a helpful assistant that takes information and formats it into a clean, structured, numbered list format. So this is the prompt we are giving, right? Okay. Okay. Now next is 1 second. We want to always keep the response under 50 words, and we have to give more instructions to avoid hallucination. So something you can write like this: for general queries, which agent it has to use research agent's output, and for product queries, use DB agent's output. Correct? So okay, so this is what we have provided to the writer agent, right? Next is C part, right? C is creating tasks. Okay, you can see why we are doing it step by step, right? So first we have created these agents. So create agents in Python. So this is what we have done. Now we are doing this part. Then we will create crew, and then we will kick off crew, and we'll see output. Okay, so I think already 1 hour. So we'll take a 10 minutes break, and we will meet after 10 minutes. Yeah, so I'm just starting the timer. So see you in 10 minutes. Hello guys, welcome back. So we were creating tasks. Okay, so high level, these tasks we have to create, right? Classify the query. If query is basically product query, then fetch the query from DB, otherwise research and write. I mean, basically we have to create the atomic task. So task number 1, first task we are creating, which we will call as classify task. And how we'll create? We will use task like this. And DEA. DEA means description. Okay. And 1 second. Description of the query. Okay, so classify the user query into product. Classify. Instead of that, let's write it like this. Classify query into product and category. And your query will be like this. It will be passed. So whatever user is inputting, so dynamically we will replace it. Okay. D, description is done. E means expected output. So expected output should be, we will define product / journal. Okay. DEA. So for this task, which agent you will be needing to complete this task?
The first
The classifier agent, right? So the classifier agent, I have given name here, classifier agent. Okay. DEA. Okay, so DEA is done. Next is DB task. So DB task description we will give fetch product info for fetch product info for query we will provide using product tool we will not provide here like this. Okay. E means expected output. So expected output will be the product details in number list or whatever. Okay. Then what else? We will be requiring agent, DB agent. So we will be calling DB agent here. So DB agent is something like, it will go here, DB agent, role, goal, backstory, tool set, everything is there, right? And inside this DB agent, this DB task, we will give one more thing, which is context, which is very important. So context means we will give the context of classify task. What it means is that this task will not be run until the classify task is done. And I mean, implicitly, it means that DB task will not run until this is executed, and DB task will take the output, whatever the output is created under this classify task, it will take that output. Okay, so this is what. 1 second, guys, I have to go to my gate. Someone is there on the gate. Please hold on for 2 minutes. So context is basically making the dependency between tasks. Okay. Next is, okay, so we have created classify task, DB task. Next is research task for normal queries. Research task. It will be description. You will give research and fetch information for this research finding in numbered list format. Agent will be a research agent, and Context you will give here as classify task, again, because it is depending on this task, classify task, right? This particular task it is dependent on. Okay. Okay, next is, what is research? Okay, classify, DB, research, what else? Writer task, write task, okay. Write task description will give format previous outputs. Okay, so format previous outputs into bullet points. Okay. Then expected output, final response in final structured answer. Final structured answer under, let's say, 50 words. Okay, let's not write it here. So we have already written in the agent. No? So, okay, that should be enough. Next is, okay, so agent, writer agent will be called this for this particular task, and then context, very important. So we will give all these context, classify task, when the classify task, DB task, research task will, complete execution, then this particular writer task will be executed. Okay. So we have created all the tasks. Now, next step, what we have to do? We have to create crew. Okay. So what is crew now? So crew we will be creating like this, right? So here we will be giving the name agents. So we'll give the name agent, classifier agent, DB agent, research agent, writer agent, and the task that will be run. Tasks. Okay, why it is asking import tasks? No, not, we don't have to import tasks. So this task should come from here. Okay, this is fine. I think, okay, wrong suggestion it was giving. Okay, so this is creating crew. We have created the crew. Next is, let's give hard-coded user query. So user query is, what is the price? Okay, this is fine. What is the price and stock availability of iPhone 15? Next is kick off crew, right? This is step we were seeing, right? Kick off crew, where all the action will begin. So kicking off the crew, how we will kick off the crew? So result equal to crew dot kickoff, and you will be providing in a dictionary format, right? 1 second. Kickoff inputs equal to, okay, like this, yeah. And then display the output. So final answer will be just results. You can put like this, result. Okay. So I think this is how we have completed our whole CrewAI agentic AI system design, or we have developed the system. So let's try to run this. I need to set up my OpenAI API key. So I'm unsharing my screen for a minute. Oh, something happened on my terminal. 1 second. Okay. Let's share back my screen. Okay, so what I have to do now? I have to run Python command, Python -m. What is the name of my module? CrewAI tools, CrewAI tools, OpenAI demo 1. Okay, I think this is saved. Let's see. Okay, very good. Invalid syntax. Okay, where exactly? Format reviews output into bullet points. Okay, यहाँ पे I'm missing comma. Okay, now let's try to run it again. Cannot import name LLM from CrewAI.llms. Okay, let's see that. This should be LLM, not LLMs. Okay, it started running. You can see that it has executed it, and it has given the final answer, right? Product name iPhone 15, the product, okay, the description, price, and the availability from the mock data that I have given. So it was 3 available there, 999, right? So it has fetched the response from the product DB. Now let's ask another user query, which should be a journal query. Let me comment out this. Let me ask, what is quantum computing? Okay, and now let's run it again. Okay, so it has given the answer about quantum computing. How many words is it under 50 words? Let's check that. Chatgpt.com. Count total words in it. I think it is more than 50, I believe. 97 words. Okay. So where it is basically failing. So it is basically going in which agent? This is a journal query agent. So let's go to the journal research agent. Okay, research. Okay, writer agent basically. Let's go to the backstory and the goal. Write a user agent. Keep it under keep. Okay. Keep final response under 50 words in both cases. Okay. And backstory may we should remove it from here first of all. Now let's go to the task. Classify task, DB research, write task. Okay, so write task. Should we be given in write task? Right task. Okay. Where is right task? Final structured answer. Keep it under 50 words. Okay. Now let's try it. So we are again asking what is quantum computing? So it has provided the answer. Let's see how many words are there. Array, again 96 word. Okay, so somewhere it is not taking that up, right? Okay. Let's fix it. Format previous outputs into bullet points. So I'm writing write final report using the information provided and keep it under 50 words. Query we don't have to give here. Okay. Then final structured answer, expected output, final structured output. This should be under 50 words. Okay, description we have given, right? Okay, let's try to run one more time. Let's see what happens now. Hmm. 92 words. Okay, something it is not basically taking, right? Okay, let me go from first step. So we have created tool, okay, classifier agent, okay, DB agent, role, we have given writer agent, okay, role, combined writer response. This is fine. Format. Okay, task. Write final report using information provided, keep it under, okay, let's try it out one last time if it runs. If not, then I have to see it offline. Okay. Okay. Now I think it is under 50 words, I believe. 44 words. Okay, it has provided answer in 44 words now. So you have to be very careful whenever you are giving instructions, right? So description also I have mentioned, and then I have mentioned. So when I was providing goal to the writer agent, I have mentioned this point, very important point, something like this, right? Keep the final response under 50 words in both cases. Cool. So this is the very quick uh, code that I wanted to generate. Now, what is happening here? So the thing is that, so in both the cases, so conditional routing is not there, right? So what is happening? So task we have provided, right? Classified task may it will go in DB task and research task both, right? If let's say the query is product query, then it should go in DB task. But if the classify query or the classified task is general, then it should go in a research task. Now, what is happening? The execution is going sequentially. You see, it is identifying the task. If it is product task, then it is going in DB task, then research task, and then write task. If it is general task, then also it is going in DB task. It will read the instruction and then it may skip this DB task, or DB agent may skip that part, and then it is going in research task and write task. So the conditional outing is not provided here. So in LangGraph, we can have conditional routing, but here conditional routing can be done. So there will be a workaround on that. How you can do that? So you can create, for conditional routing, you can create two crews instead of one crew. So first crew, let's say product crew. So what you can do, product uh, uh, product crew. So what you will do here in this case, in this, when you are creating the crew, so you can basically keep agents as classifier agent, and then DB agent, and then writer agent. You can skip the journal agent in this crew. And then second crew you can create is research crew. So research crew, in this you can create crew something like this, where you can keep agents as classifier. Then instead of DB agent, you can keep research agent, and then writer agent, something like this. So this way you can implement the conditional routing by creating two crews. So this you can take up as an assignment. And now next part is to make it work using Ollama. So let's do one thing. Let me, just copy and paste again. Let me rename it as demo 2 instead of using OpenAI, I will use Ollama. And okay. So when I'm using Ollama, what I have to do? Okay, first of all, I'll remove this completely. Okay. Sorry, not this. Setting up API key wala part, because I don't need to set up any key. And then model I will give Ollama specific model, right? So let me give Ollama slash. Okay, there is Llama 3 also, but if you run with Llama 3 models, so tool support is not provided that nicely. So we are using tool internally, right? So for tool related support, you can use Qwen model. Qwen 2.5, I believe, and then 2.5. Okay, 7B. And don't have to provide API key. And here a pip install command will contain pip install OpenAI Ollama. Okay, what was that command? 1 second, let me find that out. Okay, it is LangChain Ollama. Okay, that's fine. I think we are using CrewAI, so we don't need that. And what else we need? We need to pull that Llama version, right? So you can probably pull something like Ollama pull Quen 2.5 7B model. Okay. So it will pull, and given that the Ollama is installed in your system, right? So you have pulled that, you have made the Ollama settings in your system. What else is required? What else? That's it. Now let's try to run this code. And in order to run this code, we will do Python -m CrewAI tools Ollama demo2. Now the struggle is that, see, Ollama is an open source tool, right? So there should be some difference when you are using open source tool and paid tool. So Ollama is very slow. Why it is slow? Because I'm running this on my local system and it requires high GPU and high compute power, inference power. So in organization, if you are using Ollama, so you have to work with your infrastructure team to provide you the high GPU powered system. But this I'm running in my local. So even if you might be running in your local, this will slow down your execution. So when you are using OpenAI API key, it's a paid version, right? So it does not require that high amount of GPU because everything is happening. You just means it is happening on their server, but here you are running it locally, so it will take a lot of time. So this is the trade-offs when you will be using Ollama. But the thing is that you will not be blocked. And another good point is that, so even if you are offline, even if your internet is not working, you will be able to run your program. So let's see how much time it will take to generate the output in case if it does not fail in between. But yeah, it will take some, quite a few minutes before generating the response. It will run on for some time. So what we will do meanwhile it is running, we can do Menti quiz. So let me open the Menti quiz. I think prompt engineering quiz, we haven't done it yet, right? Last session only prompt engineering happened. So let me go to my presentations and prompt engineering. It is still running. It will run for some time. Okay. So guys, you can open menti.com in your machine. And this is the code. You can give this code 52084568. So this quiz is on prompt engineering. So please join in menti.com from your mobile and enter this code. Ollama is still running. Okay, one player I can see is ready. Two players are ready. We need more players. Three players, four players are ready. Okay, I think we have everyone. Yeah. Let's start the quiz. Okay, so which cognitive strategy in prompt engineering guides the model to think step by step? COT, React, self-critic, or Socratic prompting? Okay. Correct answer is COT. So 2 people have answered it correctly. Let's go to the leaderboard and see who are Lola and Montana. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Question number 2. Here it comes on your screen. Which cognitive strategy in prompt engineering guides the model to explore multiple approaches and then select the best one? COT, TOT, GOT, POT. You can see the Ollama code is still running. Okay, so everyone has voted. The correct answer is TOT. Okay, so let's see the leaderboard, how it looks. Montana is fastest. I don't know who is Montana. Okay, let's go to the question number 3. So question number 3, here it comes on your screen. Which cognitive strategy guides the model to explore multiple approaches and then merge ideas from some or all approaches? COT, TOT, GOT, POT. Which one? Okay, it has generated, by the way, guys, it has generated the result, your Ollama. I think it has taken around 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes to generate the response. So the correct answer is GOT, graph of thoughts. Okay, I just want to show before I move forward. So this has generated the answer, the Ollama. But why it is very slow? Because of the limitation of compute power and inference, right? I would say the time basically, my local system do not have that much powerful GPU. But if I would be using OpenAI, so I don't have to worry about it. So these are some of the trade-offs that you get while you are using open source APIs. Okay, now let's go to the leaderboard and see who is leading the charts. Okay, so Montana is first, Supriya is second, Deepak third. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 4. So question number 4. Here it comes on your screen. So which strategy is used to explore the simple concept first and then later move to complex one? Reflection, self-critic, least to most, or step back prompting? The correct answer is least to most. 2 people have answered it correctly. Let's go to the leaderboard to see who is leading the charts. Supriya and Deepak had answered it correctly. Supriya is fastest also. Okay, so still Montana is first, Supriya is second. Let's go to the next quiz, next question of the quiz, which is second last question. Here it comes on your screen. So which strategy guides the model to explore using different questions like what, why, how, etc.? Self-critic, Socratic prompting, verification, iterative refinement. Everyone has voted. The correct answer is Socratic prompting. Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Montana, Supriya, Deepak had answered it correctly. Supriya is fastest. Okay, here it comes. Here comes the last question of the quiz, which will decide today's Menti winner. So last question comes on your screen now. So which strategy guides the model to think using code like logic. COT, TOT, POT, GOT. The correct answer is POT, program of thoughts. Two people have answered it correctly. Let's see who is today's Menti winner. Okay, so Montana is today's Menti winner. Who is Montana?
That's
Me-
Meghna.
Meghna. Menti winner. Congrats, Meghna, on becoming today's Menti winner. Cool. Yeah, so that's about today's quiz. And as you can see in the code, it has generated the response. So that's how you basically create CrewAI, basic usage of CrewAI. Now we will see, probably we can take some more use cases of CrewAI to demonstrate serial, parallel execution and hierarchical. So meanwhile, you can, revise the CrewAI concept and the code that I have showcased you today. And then probably we can take up the CrewAI more use cases. And after that, we will start LangGraph and AutoGen. I think that's it for today's session, guys. Thank you for dialing in. Anyone have anything to ask or any questions from anyone? Yeah.
Well, like this prompt engineering, I think I have missed this class. So recorded.
Yeah, I have recorded it and I have shared that in the group also, the link of the recorded video. So if you will go to my channel, you will get that. I have made that video as public, so I'll show you.
Also, so unsupervised learning also we have recorded and placed.
Unsupervised learning, I don't remember now.
I was going through, but I could not find.
Okay, so yeah, unsupervised learning should be there. I don't remember now. This is the video. 20 different prompting techniques, 15 different formats to structure prompt. This one you are asking, right?
Yeah, the one in which we just
last class.
No, this is the last class.
This is
No,
the last.
The one which you have quiz, Menti quiz. Based on.
Today's quiz, na? So this is the one, the last video.
Oh, okay. Then that should be fine then. Yeah. Unsupervised learning.
Unsupervised learnings. Let me check 1 second. This is how the markdown. Python module packages, live lecture, ML pipeline, supervised is there, and Python code. I think unsupervised, I have not recorded that because of the confidentiality copyright for the content, right? Supervised is there. Unsupervised, yeah, I think unsupervised is not there. CNN. Yeah. Unsupervised, I think I haven't recorded it. But 1 second. यहाँ पे भी ना it is randomly the videos are there. Okay. Let me see if I have recorded in my last batch. Last batch, maybe I don't think I have recorded.
Yeah. I mean, I was not there in, so I thought to go through that, so I could not find it.
Supervised is there. Yeah, I haven't recorded that actually. Unsupervised. That's fine. I mean, probably in any of the next batch, if I'll be taking up the unsupervised wala lecture, I'll let you know.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know, Sunny.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.